Welcome to Mad Cat English. Today's lesson is on certainty about the future. My name is Maria and I'll be your teacher today, so let's get started. First, let's take a moment to review. If we take a look at our basic timeline and we notice where we are now, anything looking forward into the future, we express in two ways. One possible way is to say, the weather is going to be nice tomorrow. Here we express the future by using be going to plus the base verb. Another way to express the future is to say we will be back next week. Here we are using will plus the base verb. Anytime we use these forms in the future, for example, the weather is going to be nice tomorrow, or even in a negative, they are not going to move next month. Or also if we use the will sentence pattern, we will be back next week. Or I won't disappoint you. All of these uses of the future suggest that you are 100% sure that these things will happen. However, can all of us see into the future? Is it always possible to know for sure what will happen? Well, if you are 100% sure and you want to emphasize that, you can include the adverb definitely. We are definitely going to be late. Here we see we include the adverb in between be and going. We are definitely not going to be late. Here the adverb still comes after the be verb, but in front of the negating not. We definitely aren't going to be late. Just be careful. The word order changes when you use the contraction aren't. Make sure you use the adverb in front of the contraction. We will definitely be late. When we use definitely with will, it goes in between will and the base verb. We will definitely not be late. Again, we can use this with the negative, but when you separate will and not, definitely goes in between will and not. We definitely won't be late. Again, we need to be careful. When we use the contraction won't, our adverb definitely needs to go before it. But in all of these situations, we are emphasizing that we are 100% sure that these things will happen. Sometimes we aren't quite so sure. Instead, maybe we are 75 or 80% sure. In this case, we use the adverb probably, and they go in the same places as we put the adverb definitely. So we see we are probably going to be late. Probably goes in between the be verb and going. We are probably not going to be late. Probably comes after the be verb, but before not. We probably aren't going to be late. Because we used the contraction aren't, probably goes before it. We can use probably with will. We will probably be late. Again, probably goes in between will and the base verb. we will probably not be late. When we don't use the contraction, probably goes in between will and not. We probably won't be late. When we use the contraction won't, probably goes before it. All right, now in both of these situations, our sense of certainty has been positive. What if you're just 50-50? You're really not sure. In this case, we have two options. We can use the helping verb may. We may be late. If we notice, the helping verb may replaces will, but we still follow it with the base form of the main verb. It's also possible to use this with the negative. We may not be late. We can express the same idea with the adverb maybe. Maybe we will be late. In this situation, we need to notice that the adverb maybe comes at the beginning of the sentence, and the main verb still needs to come in the future using will. We can also use this with a negative. Maybe we won't be late. But again, the adverb maybe is written as one word, and it's an adverb that comes in the beginning of the sentence. So here we need to be very careful. It's very easy to make the mistake, she may be here later. But we don't want to confuse maybe the adverb with may as a helping verb and be. So we have two ways to correct this mistake. She may be here later. Make sure to separate may and be into two words so that may is the helping verb of be. The other option is to use maybe she will be here later. In this case, maybe is an adverb. It comes at the beginning of the sentence, and then you need to remember the main verb in the future, will be. Okay, now that we have an idea of how to express certainty in the future, let's try it out. Please answer the questions using the correct adverb to express the certainty given. Will it get cold tonight? One possible way to answer this is to say, it may get cold tonight. Another possible way to answer is to say, maybe it will get cold tonight. Are you going to study in the library? I'm probably going to study in the library. Will you need English in the future? I will definitely need English in the future. Now here I chose definitely for emphasis, but of course it's also perfectly correct to say I will need English in the future. All right, now that we have an even better idea of how to express certainty in the future, let's test our knowledge with a little editing. Please correct the mistakes expressing certainty about the future in the following sentences. We're not probably going to see you there. We're probably not going to see you there. Because we separated the be verb and not, we want probably to go in between be and not. He isn't probably going to finish tonight. He probably isn't going to finish tonight. Here we are contracting be and not, so we want the adverb to go in front of the contraction. She may order a cake for the party. She may order a cake for the party. This would be the correct way to say it if what you are trying to say is that you're only 50% certain. She will order a cake for the party. This is correct if you are 100% certain. Maybe it rain later. Maybe it will rain later. We need to remember that maybe is an adverb, so the main verb still needs to be in the future. Okay, that wraps up today's lesson on expressing certainty in the future. My name is Maria. If you have any questions, you can always post them in the comment section below, or feel free to email me at madcatenglish@gmail.com. I hope to see you for our next lesson, and in the meantime, Mad Cat wishes you mad English. Thank you.